If you were asked one question to describe the devil, what would you say? The usual description would be a fallen angel, maybe spirit, maybe an evil entity, whatever it is. The answer usually ends with the fact that the devil is in hell, right? Hell, on the ground, on the world, Hades, whatever you want to call it. But usually, whatever description it is, it ends with the fact that the devil is in hell. Correct. Hello everyone, welcome back to Isadora. It's really good to be back. Hope you're all having a good week. Okay, so we're talking about the best description. If you were asked to who is the devil, what would be your best description? Now, we did agree that whatever description you give, it ends with the fact that the devil is in hell. Yes? Okay. Problem with that is that people think they can still do something bad because they're here and the devil is all the way there, all the way in hell, but they're here, so they can still do something bad and get away with it. Then they can go back to God and say, oh, I'm sorry, I sinned, forgive me. And they're okay. They can, like, once they've asked for forgiveness, yes, they're good. However, they think they can move on with life. Anyway, let me not digress too far. Let me break it down. Like I said, the problem is that a lot of people think they're here and the devil is all the way there, so they can do whatever it is they want. Now, thing is, as long as we have spirit in us, we can yield to the things of the spirit, which is the things of God. As long as we have flesh, we can yield to the things of the world, which is the things of the devil. Now, I don't know if anybody has seen those movies where somebody will be trying to make a decision, then you would see like a figure, an angel, and then a demon, and maybe the angel will be telling him to do the right thing and the demon will be saying, no, do that. Anyway, so it kind of feels like that with human beings. As a human being, we're susceptible to either the spirit or the flesh. Now, if we go with the things of the spirit, that means if we go with the things of the spirit, that means we're carrying the consciousness of God. If we go with the things of the flesh, it means we're carrying the consciousness of the devil. What is it to carry somebody's consciousness? It's like carrying that person's life. Do you understand? So do as God does. Act as God will act. In situations, what would Jesus do? For instance, if you're a Christian, do you understand? Like, what would God do? So I don't want to limit this to only one religion. So do as God will do, act as God will act. That means, do you understand? You're doing the things God wants you to do. You would then carry the consciousness of God, if that makes any sense. Maybe a married man, for instance, is caught pants down with another woman. What's the first thing he would say? The devil made me do it, right? Let's say a young lady, a friend of hers just got married, just got a promotion, a new car, a new home, a new this, a new that. And she poisons her friend and her friend dies and she gets caught. What would she say? The devil made me do it. Let's say a man has an argument with a friend and sees the friend on the road and goes to attack the friend and punches the friend and the friend passes out and dies. What would he say? The devil made me do it. Did the devil come to any of them to whisper it? No. Did any spirit come to them to any of them to whisper it? No. Let's take the guy that got caught pants down, for instance. Nobody came to whisper to him. He saw a beautiful lady or whatever it is, or somebody he was attracted to, and lust took over. The devil didn't come to whisper anything to him. Nobody came from the outside to tell him anything. Lust took over. Now, what had happened is he carries lust with him. See, in my local dialect, there's a saying that "Tikule obakbani, dode olekbani." For those that don't speak that language, what that means is if the internal death does not kill you, the external death cannot kill you. So external forces cannot affect you if you haven't opened that door already. For the man, even if the woman was wearing like short or tight clothes or whatever, if that door of lust had not been opened already, external forces cannot get in. Now, he carries lust with him. He carries his devil with him wherever he goes, because eventually that lust is what will get him in trouble, or is what has gotten him in trouble, that he got caught. Do you understand? That lust is probably what's going to destroy him eventually. That's his own devil. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the entity itself is not where it is. However, it is possible for us to carry our own personal devil, our own consciousness of the devil, do you understand, around with us. So imagine the lady that poisoned her friend, for instance, and she said, the devil made me do it. Did the devil come to whisper in her ears? Absolutely not. But the devil doesn't need to, because he already has a door. There's already an access point into her life, and that's envy. Do you understand? There's already an access point. So issues, you would only be tempted by things you desire, if that makes any sense. Do you understand? You will only be tempted with your weaknesses. If your weakness is envy, then you'll be tempted with things that will put you in that situation, if that makes any sense. So for somebody that doesn't carry envy, if somebody comes to say, oh, I got married, blah blah blah, you're probably thinking, oh, you know what, I tap into this blessing. You're not thinking, how do I poison her, how do I, do you understand? Let's take the man that had an argument with his friend and punched the guy, and the other guy passed away. Maybe the guy had an underlying illness or whatever it is, you understand? However, this guy will be arrested, probably go to jail, do you understand? Maybe this guy might be somebody with a great destiny that has been truncated because he carries his own personal devil with him, which is what? Wrath, anger. Do you understand? If he hadn't gotten angry, they wouldn't have got into an altercation where he would have punched the guy and the guy would have died. Maybe, you understand, an underlying illness, but nobody would know that. Do you understand? As far as they're concerned, he punched the guy. Now, this man may be the most prayerful person in the world. He may pray, read the Bible, do everything, be absolutely perfect. However, if he doesn't close that door of anger, close that access the devil has to him, he will continuously carry the devil around with him. So he might be even like a representative of God, like a man of God or whatever it is. Like, do you understand? If he doesn't close that door, he's going to carry the devil. The devil has plenty access. Do you understand? Because once any of those doors are not closed, then the devil has access. Do you understand? Look at, if you go through the Christian religion, let's look at when the devil tempted Jesus. He tempted Jesus with the world because he knew his destiny, that his destiny was to save the world. Now, the real temptation was that, would you rather suffer to save people that don't even care about you, or you'd rather just enjoy yourself and own them? Do you understand? Why suffer and die for the people that don't even like you? Rather enjoy yourself and own those people. Do you understand? But that door of greed, do you understand, wasn't open. So it was easy for Jesus to decline. Do you understand? It was easy for him to walk away from. So it's never really an external force. It's never really something on the outside. Do you understand? It's always on the inside. If you don't close that door, that access to the devil on the inside, you continuously carry the devil around with you. The entity is way over there, yes, but you can carry the consciousness of that entity as long as you carry things like anger, lust, pride, all those things. You carry the devil around with you, because that way that door is still open. That's still the access point the devil has into your life. So those are the things that you can still be triggered with. Somebody that has an open door to anger will continuously be provoked. Do you understand? Just so that you can get angry, just so that your blessings can be stolen away. Why? The devil came to steal, kill, and destroy. So look at that man, for instance. He'll probably go to jail. His destiny has been destroyed. His life is, by the time he comes back out, it's already on his record. This is the person that, do you understand all those things? Do you understand? I mean, that life has been stolen away for what? Just because of that moment of anger, just because that person hasn't closed the door. So imagine that person is prayerful. They'll say, oh, his village people. It was never, the village people don't even know where you are. Do you understand? They don't need, the external forces cannot get in to tempt you if that door is already closed. So when next you're asked who is the devil, yes, the entity may be all the way where it is. However, it is possible for us to carry the devil around with us until we close that door, until we shut that door, until we shut that access to the devil. The devil would always have access into our lives. Anyway, do have a beautiful, beautiful week. I love you all. Stay blessed. Namaste. Bye.